Hey everybody, it's Doom here from Dungeons and Doom Biscuit. I'm back for part 2 of the cheap and easy trees for the Crowshriek. And the only reason we're making trees for the Crowshriek specifically is because it is very inexpensive to make these, and you can't have a plainsy grassland area without some trees. I have trees, but I don't know if you do. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the same color we mixed to do that green, and we're going to lighten that up. And to lighten that up, we're just going to get a little bit of a lighter green and a yellow. And we're going to mix that up and hope that it's good for what we wanted. Yeah, it looks like it's going to do what I want. It's going to be lighter and have a different tint. And I'm not caring how perfect that is. Now, oh shit. Hold on. Now I'm going to get a big dry brush, something like this. And I'm going to give a dab of that. That is way more than a dab. Now, I'm not sure how well this is going to dry brush because it has Mod Podge in it, but I don't really care right now. Now I'm going to hit this up and create some beautiful variation on that foliage. Just like that. Not bad. Now I'm going to come back here on the base. I'm going to hit some of that too, just to create some more variation and to break up any lines that might be there. And then let's do this base too while we're at it. Okay. And then this is the top of that tree right there. Let's get a little bit more of that. And start. I need a little bit more of that paint, it looks like. There we go. Oops. Broke off a chunk that I had kind of glued in place there. Okay, and we can lighten that up a little bit more if we want to, or we can create some more variation on there if we want to, or whatever you want to do. You could even make this a fall tree by doing this in like a couple shades of brown and then hitting some orange and stuff on here. I'd really like to do one like that, and I might. Now I'm going to get one more different green, and instead of using that stuff I have mixed, I'm just going to get a dab of this palm leaf here. And I'm just going to go a little bit more vivid with mine. I'm not doing that everywhere. I'm just doing that to create some variation and to make my tree a little more interesting and vibrant. And I'm going to come underneath here and just touch that up some. But they don't see that part so much. It's underneath. Okay, so I'm done with that. That's the top of that tree over there. And then I'm just going to get in here and do some beautiful brightening up of this tree. Then I'm done with that brush. Now I'm going to get something smaller though. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to do some touch up. And to do my touch up, I'm just going to hit spots that are white that are exposed that I missed in my process. I'm going to use this olive drab color here called Ivy Green. And I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to just put a dot anywhere there's some white that's poking through. Anywhere where I messed up on my job, paint job. And I'm just going to get this color and hide that imperfection. Perfect. And that's going to create yet another interesting color sticking out in some spots on the tree. And that's all that's going to really create. Let's get this here too. Touch up some of these white spots I missed, especially underneath. Looks like I had several. Okay. Sweet. I think we got most of them. And then I don't think that's going to be part of the central paint job, but We'll throw a little bit of foam in there just in case. Or a little bit of paint, not foam, sorry. Okay. Now, let's see if my glue gun's heated up yet. No, it's not. All right, cool. So we're going to start it with that leftover white glue, or clear glue I had, and that soft brush. And we'll do this one while we're waiting. Okay, I need more glue. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There we go. Now, I didn't paint my trees because I felt like I had enough natural color on there. And the glue is a little shiny. But my theory, and it's only a theory, it's a hypothesis. I have not, it's not even a theory, it's still a hypothesis. It's just a guess based off of observations in the past. But I think what's going to happen is that I'm going to clear coat this when it's dry, and that shine's going to go away from that glue. That's my guess. So let's get some of that homemade flock we used on the other base. Let's get our tree and dip it in there and see what we got. Okay. And like I said, you could go into a lot more detail with your painting and stuff if you wanted, but I'm trying to keep this simple and cheap. So I made my own flock out of free sawdust and rubbing alcohol and paint. And I got this made out of foam, so yeah, that was pretty cheap. I'm going to clear coat this, and it's going to cover where the hot glue and the super glue are. And I'm going to be pretty happy with that. I'm going to set that in front of the fan for now. My hot glue gun should be warm. Should be warm. Is it? Okay, hot glue gun's warm. So what I want to do is figure out how this is going to sit on here. I know I want it to stick into that center part and come down the best it can. And I'm just going to work it down until I get the contact that I want with all my branches sticking into it. So I'm going to snip this off just a little bit. There we go. And shove that in there. Just like that. And I'm going to do the same thing over here with this one. There we go. I'm going to shove that in there. Just like that. Can I do that over here? Oops. I can. Oh, shit. Mistakes were made. No problem. Alright, so we're just going to get a dab of glue here to hold that in place. Smear that around. Smear that around. Get a little bit of glue in there. And a little bit of glue right there. Okay. Okay. Good, 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 good. I'm going to let that cool for a moment. And I'm going to come up here and pull off some spider webs. Then we're going to get back in there with that green paint and do some touch-up work. See how I popped the top open there, pushing on it? We got to clean that up now. And I'm just going to do that using a small brush. Some of this green. And I don't care if that looks different or stands out. It's not going to hurt me. It's not going to hurt my tree too much. It's just going to be interesting. where's that darker green? That other green I made. I'm going to mix some of that and dab it on there too, just so there's some variation in that spot. Okay. Because when you make a mistake like I did and push through a top and break it open like that, you didn't ruin everything, but you do need to come back and make some amendment to the rest of the craft to make it kind of mesh in there and become part of it. Okay. Do a little touch-up work down here on the base where I broke it off the base being rough. Clean that off. Let's get our glue. Need more glue. Oops. Okay. And let's see if we can't make this tree okay. Let's get some glue all around that base. Drag it out almost to the edges. You could even hit the edges if you really wanted to. I'm not doing it on this one, but you could. So let's get in there. Make that sturdy and paint it up with glue. Then we'll get our flock and do the same shit we did on the last one. Okay. All right, let's look at our trees. Okay, we made 2 trees here that cost almost nothing to make. They're relatively easy to make. They were quick to make. And once I clear coat those, like I said, that little bit of shininess from the glue, pretty sure that won't be noticeable. And since that glue's clear, it'll look natural like it's part of this. So anyways, I'd like to thank you guys for taking the time to hang out with me today. Do me a super big favor. Like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell icons, leave comments, and all the algorithm stuff. That makes some kind of difference. I don't know how big of a difference, but I'm told it makes a difference. And the YouTube recommends that I start editing my videos and using AI and stuff. And I'm not about that. So let's try to do it the way that I was told by other YouTubers to do it and push the algorithm into a direction in which it'll cooperate with us. Please, that helps, I think. The other thing is go to the website and buy some miniatures if you want. I don't want your money. I want you to buy a product from me. A good product, a sturdy product, a high detail product. This is like a Knoll Barbarian from the box, January box, and this is the kind of stuff you're going to get. You're going to get a box of miniatures sent to your house. The Knoll set had 5 in it. Every set has different numbers. So do me a favor and check that stuff out, and come to the Discord and hang out with us. Hey, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.